New developments tonight in the death of a 7-year-old boy who accidentally shot himself in the head.
Fox 10 News reporter Michael Brannon joining us in the studio. He's been following this story closely. Michael, what's the latest?
Denise and Chastity, we learned this morning from police that the father of 7-year-old Jaden Hill Sims was arrested last night. 35-year-old Kenneth Sims was charged with second-degree assault at the very home his son was shot. Investigators say 7-year-old Jaden Hill Sims accidentally shot himself in the head Wednesday morning at his home on Wealthy Street. Mobile police say last night the boy's stepfather, Kenneth Sims, came to the home seeking revenge on the person he thought was responsible.
He was armed at the time that he entered the home, at least with a knife, and while family members were trying to get him out of the home, he did cause some very minor injuries to 2 adults that were inside of that home.
Ashley Raines with the Mobile Police Department says that was just the beginning.
While there was an altercation outside, Mr. Sims also produced a handgun and began to fire. One person that he was in an altercation with was actually struck in the hand.
All 3 people who were injured were treated and released on the scene. Investigators are still looking for answers from the stepfather.
We still need to get, of course, his side of the story as to what happened with going into the home with a knife and then discharging the gun while he was involved in the altercation.
As for the case of his stepson's death,
there's not going to be charges filed at this time. There was no criminal negligence that led to Jaden's death.
police say the gun the boy got a hold of was owned by a family member who was in the home at the time of the shooting. District Attorney Ashley Rich says no charges will be filed at this time.
The investigative unit with our office has been working with the Mobile Police Department homicide team in regards to the investigation of this shooting that occurred yesterday, and we are moving forward with our investigation. At this time there will not be any charges filed, but the case will be reviewed by a Mobile County grand jury in the future once the investigation is complete.
Coming up at 5:30, we'll bring you more information on this story. You'll hear from District Attorney Ashley Rich on what charges could be filed if a grand jury decided it's warranted.
About one